right, so good morning. Thank you for joining this morning. As always, we begin our practice by sitting up nice and tall, relaxing our shoulders down and away from our ears, bringing our chin up and head level, closing our eyes, and setting our intention for today's practice. So whatever your goals or desires, whatever your reasons for being here, bring them to mind in words or imagery. Now, having set your intention, release attachment to the outcome. Instead of holding rigidly to what you want, instead of comparing your current self to your past, allow your body to relax, allow your mind to expand, allow your energy to flow. Visualize now a beautiful box, a container of any size, shape, or sort, one that's worthy of all your thoughts for safekeeping. Into this container, place thoughts about health and wellness, thoughts about technology, thoughts about your goals and desires for yourself, your family, your friends, projects you've started and those not yet begun. Put away thoughts about your responsibilities, financial, familial, professional. All the thoughts that normally worry your mind during the course of the day, place them into the container for safekeeping. And as we go through our practice this morning, if these thoughts come creeping back into your consciousness, place them back into the container and return your attention to the breath. Remind yourself this is your time. You've come here guiltlessly to stretch, to focus, to meditate, to heal, to relax, or be rejuvenated. To join the mind and body in unison. In coming here, you love and care for yourself, so you in turn can love and care for others. So let's turn our attention now to the breath. Together we begin inhaling deeply through the nostrils, pulling the air in along the back of the airway, filling the lungs, allowing the belly to expand. On the exhale, we're breathing out through the mouth, emptying the lungs, pulling the belly button in towards the spine. We're making both the intake and the exhale audible. Visualize a mirror in front of your face. Imagine fogging the mirror as you exhale. So let's breathe together here. 3 deep breaths. Ready? Deep breath in. And exhale. Try to fill the lungs completely and then empty completely. Deep breath in. And exhale. Very good. Deep breath in. And exhale. Very good. All right, so let's begin our warm-up this morning with just a little bit of low back stretch. So we're just going to bring our left hand to the right thigh here, sitting up nice and tall. Very good. Now we're going to take a deep breath in. As we inhale, we're going into a nice rotation, bringing the right hand to the low back, and we're bringing that left shoulder down towards the left knee. So just take a deep breath in and exhale. Very good. Deep breath in and come back to center. Excellent. And let's switch. Bring that right hand to the left thigh. The left palm comes to the low back. And exhale. And let's now keep moving with the breath. Deep breath in, sweep up and rotate. And exhale. Inhale, back to center. Rotate and exhale. And as we go from side to side, we're trying to go deeper into the stretch, folding a little bit deeper as you go. Pay attention to where you're feeling your tightness. Let's keep moving. Two more full breaths here. And we're going deeper into the stretch. Last time. Very good. And let's come back to center. Excellent. So let's go for our sage pose. So we're going to continue working the back. So for sage pose, we're going to sit up nice and tall. We're extending our feet. We're going to engage our legs here. Pull the toes back towards the body and press the heels away. Very good. So you might feel a nice stretch down along the back of the calves. Just enjoy that stretch here for a moment. Very nice. All right. So from here, we're going to take a deep breath in. And on the exhale, we're going to pull that left leg in and cross it over the right. Again, we're keeping that right leg active. We're going to bring the left hand to the mat behind for support. Very good. Deep breath in, sweep the right arm up, and exhale as we release that tricep to the left knee. Very good. All right, so as we go into the stretch, we're using the breath to deepen the stretch. So every time we exhale, we want to release placement of this, we want to rotate the torso a little bit more. And you want to keep guiding this left hand back a little bit further. All right. So you take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, pull the belly button in towards the spine. Begin rotating the torso to look back over the left shoulder. We're going to keep moving with the breath. Deep breath in. And exhale. Deep breath. Exhale. Deep breath in. Exhale. Deep breath. Exhale. One more breath here. See how much further you can get. Rotating the torso Keeping both cheeks flat on the mat, by the way. Excellent. Deep breath in, and let's slowly rotate back to center. Very good. Excellent. We're going to release this left leg, coming right back to center. Deep breath in and exhale. Let's cross the right leg over the left. Bring the right hand to the mat behind for support. Deep breath in, sweep the left arm up and release that tricep to the right knee. Very good. And now let's move with the breath. Inhale, remember to engage that left leg. Deep breath in and exhale, beginning your rotation. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale and exhale. One more breath here. Inhale and exhale. Very good. Deep breath in and slowly rotate back to center. Excellent. Very good, ladies. All right, so let's gently sweep the legs away as we come into tabletop. So as we come into tabletop here, we want to maintain a neutral spine. So we're tucking our tailbone slightly, pulling the belly button in towards the spine. And as always, when we come over onto all fours, we're pushing away from the mat through the arms. So getting full extension from the lat muscles all the way down to the wrists. All right, so we're palming the floor here in cow-cat. Starting with a neutral spine. Toes are tucked into the mat. Knees are hip-width apart, directly below the hips. Hands are shoulder-width apart and directly below the shoulders. Now we're going to go into cow-cat. So on the inhale, we're swaying the spine, pulling the tailbone high, pulling the chin forward. So you want to feel the stretch running down from your chin, down the throat, into the solar plexus, down towards the belly button. And on the exhale, we round the shoulders, arch the back, tuck the chin into the chest, tuck the tailbone. And so we're going to move with the breath. So inhale into cow and exhale into cat. And as you exhale to cat, you can also flatten the tops of the feet into the mat. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more full breath. Inhale. And exhale. Very good, ladies. From here, we're going to transition into our into our downward facing dog. So we're grounding into the palms, curling the toes into the mat, and we're going to gently lift off from the knees. So let's lift off from the knees. Very nice. Excellent. Now we're going to extend into downward facing dog, lengthening the legs, pressing the heels back towards the mat here. Lifting the tailbone high as we drop the crown of the head low. To lengthen your stretch, lift the tailbone higher. You can angle your ribs in towards your pelvis. As always, we're using the breath here. One more breath. Excellent. We're going to step into lizard. So from here, we're going to take a breath in, lengthen the left leg away. Very nice. Hold for a breath. Excellent. Deep breath in. Push away from the mat and step the left leg forward, stepping into a high lunge. Very good. Excellent. So as we step into that high lunge, we want to try to bring this knee, that left knee, directly over the heel and ankle. We don't want to hyperextend the Achilles by keeping the leg back. All right, we want to get that nice full stretch. Now we're going to gently bring this right knee to the mat. And we're going to point the toes away, bringing the top of the foot to the mat. Very good. So let's try to lengthen our tails here, going fully into lizard. So we're going to keep the top of the foot meeting the mat. Lift that knee from the mat and lengthen that leg. So imagine someone's pulling that right leg away. Fully stretching all the way from that right hip down towards the knee, right through that quad muscle. Very good. Now we're going to bring this left arm inside that left foot. Very good. And we're going to try to go a little bit deeper here. So if you can, let's bend this right elbow, bring that elbow and forearm to the mat. And if this is as far as you can get, that's perfectly fine. Let's keep it right there. Just try to sink your hips as deeply as you possibly can. Soften all those tight places. Now, if you're able to, you can bend the left elbow. Bring that forearm down to the mat. Soften the shoulders. Breathe into that left hip as you deepen that stretch. One more breath. Excellent. So let's take a deep breath in and exhale, pushing away from the mat. We're going to just pull the hips back here, lengthening the left leg and bending the right. Now let's keep the left foot flat on the mat. So we're going to get a stretch all the way from the top of the foot, that toe muscle, up through the shin and running into the back of the thigh. So stretching that hamstring here. And we can deepen the stretch by pulling the torso closer to the thigh. So take a deep breath in and pull the belly button in towards the spine, move it out of the way, and then go deeper towards that thigh. Bending the elbows here. One more breath. Excellent. Now we're going to keep this leg right where it is. We're just going to pull the toes back towards the body. Deepen the stretch along the back of the calf here. So we're resting on our left heel. Excellent. One more breath here. Very nice. So we're going to gently slide this left leg back. From here, though, we're going to lift that foot from the mat. Keep that knee lifted. And we're going to pull this knee, this leg back. And hold right there. So you want a nice 90-degree bend in that knee. Keep that leg lifted. Very nice. So we're going to go into scorpion here. So we're going to extend this leg, bending the elbows as we bring the chin and chest towards the mat. Keeping that leg extended. One more breath. Very good. Deep breath in, and we're going to gently lift the arms, extend the arms, coming back to center. Gently pulling this knee back to the mat. Excellent. Very good. So we're going to go through another round of cat-cow here. Very good. So we're coming back to neutral spine. Tailbone slightly tucked. Belly pull back towards the spine. All right. Toes are curled into the mat. And let's take a deep breath here. And exhale into cat. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more full breath. Inhale. And exhale. Excellent, ladies. So let's go to lizard on the other side. So we're going to extend this right leg away. Lift that leg. Excellent. Deep breath in, and let's pull through. Step right into our high lunge. Lifting this left knee from the mat. Excellent. And again, remember you want to have this knee stacked, the right knee stacked over the right heel and ankle. Now let's bring that left knee back to the mat. Bring the top of the foot to the mat. Very good. And we're extending the tail here as we lengthen this left leg away. Very good. One more breath here. All right. And now let's bring that right arm inside. Let's bend this left elbow. Bring the forearm to the mat. Very good. Use the breath. Soften all the tight places. Now let's bring this right arm, if you can, a little bit deeper. Soften the shoulders, hips, low back. One more breath. Excellent. Deep breath in, and we're gonna exhale, push away, pull the hips back. Keep the right foot flat on the mat. As we stretch this right hamstring and calf. And we're gonna go deeper if we can. So take a nice breath in and pull the belly button in towards the spine and deepen the stretch. Bring the torso closer to the thigh here. One more breath. Excellent. We're going to pull the toes back towards the body here. Press the heel away. Stretch the calf. One more breath. All right, let's go a little bit deeper on this one. So let's pull the belly button in towards the spine. Lengthen just a little bit here. One more breath. Very nice, ladies. Now we're going to gently pull this right leg back. And we're going to keep this knee lifted. Keep that knee bent. Very good. And hold for a couple of breaths here. One more breath. Excellent. Now let's extend that leg. We're going to go into our scorpion. Bend the elbows here and bring the chin and chest to the mat. One more breath. Excellent. Deep breath in. Gently push away from the mat. Bring that right knee back to meet the left. Let's go back to our down dog. So ground into the palms here. Lift off from the knees. We're off of our knees and lengthen.
Bye, Shar.
Have a good one. So here again, we want to deepen our stretch. Press the heels back towards the mat. Drop the crown of the head. Lift the tailbone high. And breathe. One more breath. Very nice, ladies. From here, we're going to come into plank. So we're going to gently angle the body forward. Hold. One more breath. Very good. Back to downward facing dog. One more breath. Excellent. We're coming back into our plank. Ankling the body forward. Control that core. Belly's pulled back in towards the spine. One more breath. Excellent. Back to downward facing dog. And let's come to dolphin here. So we're going to bend the elbows, bring the forearms to the mat. Keep the tailbone high. Keep the heels pressed towards the mat. One more breath. Excellent. We're going to come back to down dog and step the left leg forward as we sink into pigeon. So as we sink to pigeon here, we're pulling this left foot as far forward as possible. We want to try to rotate the torso. So both shoulders and hips are squared forward. And we're sinking onto the right thigh and knee, rotating that right leg so the top of the knee, the top of the foot meet the mat. And as we sit up nice and tall, we're getting a nice stretch in the low back here. One more breath. Excellent. We're going to come into king pigeon. So walking the hands forward, bringing the torso to the thigh, bringing the forehead to the mat. One more breath here. Very good. Let's bring the hands back below the shoulders. Gently push away from the mat. Let's curl the right toes into the mat here as we prepare to step back into our down dog. So deep breath in. Engage the core here. Gently lift off from this left thigh and lengthen the left leg. Let's walk the dog here. So alternating, stepping from left to right. Maybe you'll give a little swing to your hips here. Very nice. One more breath here. Excellent. And we're going to take a breath in and step this right leg forward as we sink into our pigeon on the right side. Excellent. So bringing that right foot as far forward as possible. Then bringing the left thigh and knee to the mat. Very nice. Sitting up nice and tall into the stretch. Softening the tight places, breathing into those spots. We're using the breath here. Very good. And if your shoulders and arms are feeling a little weak, we've been doing floor work very much this morning, you can release if you can. Extend the arms up overhead just to get yourself a little break. Very good. And release. We're going to bring the torso a little bit closer to the thigh as we come into our reclining king pigeon. Deep breath in, pull the belly button in. Bring the torso down and bring the forehead to meet the mat. One more breath. Excellent. Deep breath in. Step the hands back in towards the body here. And we're going to gently, gently guide this right leg back to meet the left. Very nice. And let's just sink into the mat here. We're going to come into upward facing dog. So we're going to bring the hands below the shoulders. And we're going to slowly peel away from the mat. So imagine peeling up like a stamp from your shoulders down into the chest. And then each set of ribs, slowly picking one set of ribs up at a time until you get full extension. If you can keep your hips, your pelvis anchored to the mat, that's fine. If you need to lift up onto your toes, push away a little bit more. Or if that's your range of extension, that's perfectly fine as well. Roll the shoulders down and away from the ears. Get that full extension through the arms. Feel the stretch in the low back. One more breath. Excellent. From here, ladies, we're going to pull the belly button in towards the spine and pull back into child's pose, extended child's pose, sinking the tailbone towards the heel, bringing the torso to the thighs, the forehead to the mat. One more breath. Very nice, ladies. So let's slowly transition into corpse pose. Sweeping the legs away and rotating as we prepare to finish practice this morning. So we're lengthening the legs here, bringing the arms by our sides. And we're going to track through the body here. So taking a moment to check in. Let's wiggle our toes. And let's rotate our ankles here clockwise. Excellent. And then reverse direction. Very good. Now let's tighten the calves, knees, thighs, and glutes. Squeeze all those muscles and relax them. Very good. Let's pull the belly button in towards the spine here. And release. Let's press the chest towards the ceiling here. Lifting the upper back from the mat, and then release. And now let's spiral the wrists clockwise. And release. And reverse direction. Very good. Now let's extend the arms, shoulders. Make fists here. Tighten the upper body. And release. Let them melt into the mat here. Gently roll your head from left to right. Ever so gently. Nice and slow. Very good. Bring your chin to each shoulder as you do so. Take your time. Very good. And back to center. Now let's be aware of the jawline. Clench your jaw. And then release. Focus on softening your lips. So turning the corners of your lips up. And release. Flare your nostrils here. And release. Squeeze your eyes tight. And release. Lift your eyebrows. And release. Soften your temples, your forehead. Be aware of joints that feel opened and muscles that feel stretched. Be aware of your heart rate. Be aware of the breath flowing naturally as it enters the body through the nostrils. Feel the cool sensation. And then feel the change as that breath departs. As you stay in tune with the sensations of the body, allow the body to soften even more. Melt yourself into the mat. Welcome the sense of peace, serenity that you might feel. Allow that peace to flow through you, from you, around you. Visualize it as light. Today, wherever you go, share your sense of peace. And now, gently bring your awareness back to the room. Slowly roll to one side. And use an arm for support as you come up to seated. Thank you for joining me this morning. Hope you had a good practice. Whenever you're joining, eat well, hydrate well, rest well. Be safe wherever you go, and wherever you go, be at peace. Namaste.